the concussions we're still dealing with, and
you keep an eye on it
as much as I can. You know,
when you remember.
yeah. It's so I think I'm okay, but the last one really spun me out with the bull and Jackass Forever. That was a bad one.
It's coming to.
Yeah.
You know, it was my 16th, and I was almost 50.
Concussion.
Yeah. Over 6 months, I just basically started, like, my mind was playing tricks on me. And that was frightening because that had never happened before.
It's frightening, yes. I can only imagine. Did it make you angry? Or did it make you feel like regretful of like, why the fuck didn't you listen to like all the, how much money? None of that?
No. Because you can't get the toothpaste back in the tube. I can't, worrying is not going to change that or getting angry about that. So that I was pretty good about. I just wanted to feel like myself again.
Yeah.
And not just having this loop of bad shit going on in my head constantly. And
probably couldn't have helped the anxiety.
No, man. I got down to like, I don't know, I lost 25, 30 pounds and just like times where I was just nonverbal. It was bad.
Nonverbal because you were so wrapped up in it?
I was trying to get these treatments to help, these transcranial magnetic stimulation. And I started out where I would talk, it was like over a series of 12 to 15 weeks and started out.
Did they do this side? Because for depression, they did this side on me.
I don't know. They just stuck something on. I don't know what area really. But I remember being pretty civil with the guy and chatting him up while we were. Yeah,
you're just watching TV.
But then by the end, I couldn't even speak to him, and I just couldn't because I was too far in my head. But because
it's a lot of your going like, what was my brain? Did I used to be like this? Was a lot of like questioning.
Yeah. Or
wait, is this functioning?
Or just like convincing myself something was happening when it was not.
Yeah.
You know, I remember talking to friends like, what you think's happening is not happening. And I'm like, I just didn't see how that could be.
In reality?
Yeah. I was just like, I don't see how that can be. I was just telling myself crazy shit. The movie's not going to come. It'll never come out. It'll never, just making up shit constantly, telling myself. But then finally I got on Zoloft and it slowly brought me back around. And I just have so much empathy for that guy, me then.
Yeah.
Or anyone going through that.
Because
you're getting bad information.
From your brain.
Yes. Your brain is playing tricks on you.
It's also hard to, if you can't rely on your brain, it's like, this is kind of all I have.
Yeah.
If it's like trusting your own instincts. It's like, even if it's wrong, at least it's consistent or something. But if it's straight up lying to you, then you're pretty lost.
Like over 6 months, the fog just rolled in and just hung there.
And was that a typical response to a concussion?
That's the first time I've had that.
What did doctors say it was like that? This is a fairly common thing.
Well, there's a traumatic brain injury, like there's bleeding on the brain. And so for that type of thing, it made sense to the doctors, but they're like, you can't have any more. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want any more.
You know something?
I
just had the same thought. I don't like them.
I don't have anything left to prove.
Yeah.
I think I've done it.
Yep.
And, but wow, that was rough.
I bet.
I'm glad to be on the other side of that.
Yes. You have one here, self-worth, and then in parentheses, old stuff.
Yeah. I had a problem with self-worth. You've seen my stunts.
At a certain point, do you realize with the stunts, like, this is a horrible way to get self-worth? Like, this is a real, it's self-flagellation?
Yeah, because the destroying myself was giving me self-esteem.
Yeah.
right? And that's a real hard circle to be caught up in.
It's also a hard one to stop.
Because you start out, you're doing these stunts and you're not even realizing it, but they're getting bigger and bigger and injuries are piling up.
Did you ever worry about death, or was it just like, I'm going to need painkillers, or I'm going to break an arm or something?
I would, if it was a bigger stunt, things pass through your mind, especially like a week before.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I would get a little worked up. But as I got closer to the stunt, I calmed down because I had to. Because if you go into a big stunt and you're working from a place of fear and you don't commit, you're really going to get fucked up. On the bigger things, you have to want to be there and want to do it.
Would you train at all for them? That's the whole point.
I don't want to know how to do these things. I'm doing these things for the first time. Nobody wants to see me do good at a stunt. That's not the goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would never rehearse. I would tell Jeff when I get there, I'm like, if it's a big one, I'd be like, Jeff, just set the cameras up, get everyone ready. I'll be sitting in my car listening to music. And when you want me.
What kind of music are you listening to?
A lot of my cousin stuff, Roger Allen Wade.
Was it to calm you down? Calm you down? What was it meant to do?
Make me crazy, calm me down, make me sad, just make me feel a lot.
Was it your stunt? Were they your ideas, or would you not know what they were?
No. Most of the time I'm writing my own stunts, especially the big ones, because it's tough to watch your friends do a dangerous stunt, especially if you just wrote them into that.
Yeah.
So, but there are times, like I said,
you'll treat
handful
yourself.
of times where people would give an idea to one of my bigger stunts, but most of the time it was mine.
It's a perfect metaphor for self-talk. Like, you'll say things to yourself that you would never say to your friends. Yeah, I have a horrible thing that I'm willing to do it because I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I would never have you do it.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
God, you're such
love you.
Yeah, but me,
But I
fuck
can't even
me.
think about loving myself.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
like, I don't have time for that.
The worst.
God.
When do you? Okay, so when you had would you have an idea of how to best approach it? Like, you're going into a bull ring or whatever. You go, they go down. I think did you guys jump a car? Because I'd heard about Spike jumping a car on the PCH in the 90s, inadvertently.
Yeah, he's really situational.
Yeah, I heard that, like, from way before the show.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But would you have a plan of, like, I think you'd imagine, like, it
was specifically with the bull, like, you kind of want to get above them as opposed to get under them.
Right.
And right before they hit you, they always drop their head.
Mm-hmm.
So I would always try to hop right before they hit me so their head would hit my ass and 360 me in the air. And I thought that was safer than I know it was safer than just being under their hoofs and horns.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
Mm-mm.
So that's what I would try to do. But then sometimes I'd come down on the back of my neck and get a concussion. But, I'm here.
So the self-worth thing, at a certain point, did you just go, all right, it was ever a calculation of, like, this is a bad way to get it. I need a new way to get self-worth. Or did it kind of just fill it up?
After, like, the concussion, the last one, I was like, I got to really rethink.
Sweet 16?
I got to really, Sweet 16. I really knew that what I was doing was no longer working.
Yeah.
So I kind of just really, had a discussion with my kids. Look, I'm done with the big stunts. I know probably freaked you out, and I'm sorry, but I'm done with that now. Because I wanted them to feel safe.
Did it freak them out? Were you aware of it freaking them out?
They didn't say anything, but sometimes my youngest would ask questions and what I'm doing today, and I could tell she was concerned. And
yeah.
My son kind of kept it in, but they were happy to know that I wasn't. So yeah.
And then that sort of resolved it. And then, do you miss it? Whatever self-esteem you were getting, or do you know what I mean? Like, or attention. What do you feel like it's missing now?
I'm in
because I gotta say you gotta be a pretty beloved guy. Like, meaning when people see you, I bet it's generally speaking, people are pretty happy to see you.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Really nice feeling that, because especially like, when they're like, I grew up on you, or I used to watch it with my father, or, those bonding moments, and to know that you've had an effect on.
Yeah.
I'm getting really soft in my older age.
Dude, I'm with you.
I like 2 or 3 times on the podcast, I've welled up.
Yeah. Why do you think? What do you think on this podcast or your podcast?
No. Just once on yours. Just in. I haven't done it 3 times on your podcast, Neal.
No. So yeah, you just get.
I get them.
Well, what do you think it is?
With emotion.
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Obviously, like the past.
I'm pretty empathetic. You know,
as a guy.
Yeah, and see that I've had an effect on someone.
Yeah.
It means something to me.
Hey, did you like that? Did you like that? Yeah, did you like it though? You want more? Don't want to work? Would rather watch videos of me grab-assing with people? First of all, go up here to subscribe, and then go up here to watch more clips. This is like when the weatherman says that there's a high pressure system coming in. I'm not really used to the green screen.